What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Dualsport Disport channel. Today I have a headlight that is available on Amazon that I'm going to install on my bike. I've been looking for something brighter than the stock one, and this thing looks like it's going to work pretty good. We're going to install it, test it out, and take it for a test drive and see how it is at night. Stay tuned for more. So I'm not running the stock headlight anymore. As most of you probably already know, if you have a Husky, the stock headlight is the worst headlight there is. It is so dark on trails, you can't see what you're doing. The first mod I would recommend is getting a replacement headlight. So in the meantime, my cheapest and easiest option initially was to run this bulb. I wish I had the part number, but I don't anymore. But that bulb did make a difference. I'm really hoping this LED light that we just got will really brighten it up. A little sneak preview of what it's going to look like. I think that's going to look sick. I love that black. Going to look awesome. Alright, so with these pins, I don't know if I'm going to need them. This is a little adapter harness, it looks like. But it says on here if they don't match, then you have to use this transfer wiring. I'm gonna just try it and see if it works. This is a 2017 FE501, so it looks like we're gonna be in good shape. 2017 to 22, FE250, 350, 450, 501, TE250i, TE300i. So yeah, we should be good to go. What are you doing, Gator? What are you doing, Duke? What are you doing, boy? All right, so we got this thing on the bench and it's time to take it apart. From the back side here, we have a few things holding this headlight in. Looks like two 8mm up at the top and an adjustment at the bottom. I'll check the new one and see what it looks like, but this Phillips head screw adjusts the front and back tilt as well. So it should be 3 brackets to remove this thing. So to get this thing out, I'm going to push down right here on this little adjuster, and from there it should kind of pop out. There we go. So here's the stock one with the aftermarket bulb. The stock one is so dim I couldn't even just ride 2 days with that thing. So old and the new. One thing I do want to note though is it is considerably heavier than the stock. I don't know how that's going to affect the steering of the bike as far as fast turning, you know, having that rotational mass in the front. If I have a scale, I might be able to weigh this. I don't know if I do or not, so I'm going to take a look. But it is definitely heavier with the heat sinks on the back. So, you know, we'll see if it actually, if you can tell or not. I don't think you're going to be able to notice. So this is a relief. After looking at the headlight plugs, looks like they are exactly the same. So maybe I'm good to go and maybe I don't need that harness at all. That would be really nice if it's just a simple plug and play for my FE501. So I can't use the existing bolts because they are now aluminum. This looks like it's going to be this little bolt pack here. Don't know the sizes on those, but we're, nope, there, I just dropped one. Yeah, we're gonna have to use these now. That thing looks sweet. I can't wait to get this thing on the bike and give it a shot, see how it is on the trails at night. And I'm planning on racing a race maybe this Friday. Haven't raced in a few years. It is a night race and it's a motocross race plus 30 vet class. We'll see how this headlight does if I decide to race it. Plug and play. Looks like it worked out. Just have the ignition one left. And I do see a little bit of oxidation. I might address that here shortly, but I'm probably going to have to make a few adjustments on this headlight anyways when I get it installed as far as the tilt. So I'll probably have this back off. I'll clean it up then, but I might want to put some kind of corrosion inhibitor in there. I've seen this happen on a few different connectors on this bike, so keep an eye out for it if you own this bike. All right, got it all hooked back up, and there is a lot going on here as far as wires. But as you can see, as long as you're careful as where you put them, it doesn't get impeded as far as when it's steering. But compared to a 450 moto bike, there is a lot of stuff up here. And with this headlight, it is a little bit heavier, so hopefully it doesn't make the steering too heavy. I really don't think I'm gonna feel a difference as far as what I'm doing. There's two little pegs down here I'm gonna line up. And then from there, I'm going to route my wiring. Last thing I have here is the brake line, and then we are all done. There we go. Something's not right. Maybe I do need that wiring harness. I was hoping it was just going to be plug and play. Here's what I think the problem is. After looking at these wires, they are color coded and the browns and the whites are a little bit off. So I think that's what I'm going to have to use that adapter kit for, is to change where the wires are actually plugging into each other. So I'm going to do that now. Well, after doing some troubleshooting, here's what I found out. Using a tester, I discovered that on the Husky, the blue is the high beam, the green is the low beam, and the white is the daytime running light. The brown is the ground. So I need to match that accordingly, but the schematic is a little different on the new headlight. So the instructions on this show the black as the negative, the brown as the high beam, the white is the daytime, and the green as the low beam. So these are the two I need to switch, which is the black negative and the brown high beam. All right, take two. I got all this wiring straightened out. Hopefully this will work this time. I'm gonna plug it back in. We're gonna test this thing out, and hopefully we shall have some light. All right, so we are on the road, headed over to the shop. Got to do a little work over there, so I figured this was a great time to test the headlight. I'd like to get on some single track tonight, but I don't know if that's going to happen based on this timing. So we're going to just give a little test on the road and see. The first thing I want to say is I hope you can see this, but it makes a pretty nice wide angle. Like there's a bunch of perimeter lighting, that's nice. It's covering the whole road. I haven't done a light alignment yet on the road, so it could need a little adjusting maybe. But this is with the low beams on, you know, and I can see a pretty good distance in front of me. All LED, so that's nice. It's not using up a ton of energy from your alternator or stator. And then we're going to try the high beams here. And I could probably lower the headlight a little because the high beams are kind of showing up to the tree line up top. But it is a significant improvement, and if I had it adjusted just a little lower, it'd probably be perfect. So a lot, way better than the stock setup. The stock setup is like literally the worst. My buddy's CRF 450 Honda has a way better headlight than the Husqvarna or KTM stock, it seems. So, and that's just my opinion, but the bulb on the stock one, I could barely see like 50 feet in front of me. It was like almost like they didn't think we rode these things at night or something. But you know, I love the bike overall. Everything was great. That was my one thing, like too, is the headlight's just real dim, and then a little bit of vibration with the bike. But overall, it's great. And this headlight is usable for different Husqvarna models. You'll have to inquire to make sure which one fits your bike. But what's nice about the KTM and Husky stuff is a lot of it is interchangeable between different model years. So that way, you know, later on in the future, you're probably still going to have a chance to get those parts because it was made for such a variety of bikes. But yeah, no, this thing seems like it's working great. I'm doing 44 miles an hour right now, and there's a lot of deer out here. It's Ohio. It's October, the rut, and the deer are moving at night. So it's good to have nice lighting. It looks like a giant eyeball, like almost like you're squinting, your eyes squinting. It's nice. This is with the brights on right now. And like I said, with it lowered down a little bit, it would be way better. But it's great right now. I can see a nice range in front of me. I'm pretty impressed, especially for the pricing. Some of the other ones out there, you know, they want $300-400 for them. I'm not going to mention any names, but you know, not to say their lights aren't nice or anything, but man, getting a nice light for under $100 in 2022 pricing, it's pretty hard to beat. I just got the headlight adjusted and it looks much better. Here is the low beams with it, I would say, properly adjusted. A nice wide range of view. High beams looks even better. I can see probably about 500 feet in front of me. I don't know how this compares to other aftermarket headlights, but it is significantly improved over the stock version. And I can't say enough bad things about the stock headlight because you might as well wear a little LED flashlight on your head or something. But yeah, it looks good. So low beams, it's kind of nice and wide, and then you turn those high beams on, it puts a nice little thing in the center there. But definitely increases my confidence riding at night, especially with all these deer around where I'm at. Unfortunately, I'm not going to hit any single track up tonight. It's a little late. I got to get out to work in the morning. So we're just going back to the house. So one nice thing about these Dualsports is you can ride this stuff and it's totally legal. Pretty hard to beat. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. Please give a like and subscribe if you enjoyed it. If you want to see more, stay tuned. I have a ton of Dualsport videos coming out, moto videos, ProMaster Van Life, a little white rabbit there. Hey! Almost hit that thing. But yeah, if you like what you saw tonight, like and subscribe, and I'll have plenty more coming out. Thanks for watching.